Welcome back to Inside the Heat. The Summer League has become a vital part of the NBA's offseason and of the Heat's quest to discover and develop new talent. But if you're a Heat fan, then you already know how much giving back to the community is also part of the Heat's DNA right from the beginning back in 1988. Heat always invests some offseason time to serve their communities. It's this commitment to South Florida and around the globe that truly makes the Miami Heat a world-class organization. During the offseason and through several summer programs, the Miami Heat and its players remained active in serving and giving back to the South Florida community.
There you go.
Event. Gerald Green is down in Kendall.
When Chris Anderson's out of Winn-Dixie posing for pictures with strangers and smiling and joking with them and slapping high fives.
Boom. There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's real. That's an unfiltered moment. And so many of those moments are when, the media isn't there.
Hey man, thanks for the experience.
No worries, my brother.
The community supports us so much, whether it's during the season or off the season. The community's always there for us, so we try to be there for them as much as we can.
I think it makes the players seem more real. And I think it's one of the things that Heat players embrace.
As a new player, as a rookie here in Miami, I think it's very important to connect with the community. That's what it's really about, it's putting a smile on someone's face.
Yeah, it's very important. Anytime you can provide some type of hope and encouragement for these students, it's really nothing, man. It's an easy job for me. It's always a lot of fun.
First day of school, huh?
Gerald Green, Miami Heat's high-flying new player, putting on a show today for the kids.
For me to come to Miami and already trying to be active in the community, that's what I'm all about. I'm all about trying to get back and make sure I can make kids laugh, inspire kids.
Here we go, look at me.
Numerous players got the opportunity to inspire kids this summer when the Heat organization hosted their annual basketball camps.
Whiteside hung out, signed some autographs, took a few photos.
Udonis Haslam dropping in to give the kids a thrill.
There's a couple of parts to this when they show up at the summer camp, but I think what resonates more is when they tell their personal story.
Because they were that kid once upon a time, and they can tell you that they weren't having NBA players coming into their camp.
For me, I never had the opportunity to do this, so to come out and see the people who you look up to, people who inspire you, gives these kids self-confidence to know that through hard work and dedication, they see the finished product that they can be successful.
Some players also run their own basketball camp.
Good shot. To be in the position I am at, to be able to impact kids' lives every day, it's amazing.
This summer, Hassan Whiteside joined those ranks with his first individual camp in Miami, while Dwayne Wade continued his tradition of hosting a yearly fantasy camp for adults.
I just hope it's an experience that they just enjoy, because I'm doing this for them. And I just enjoy being around guys who love the game the same way. And me being around, with the guys and just being one of the guys.
While basketball camps give the Miami community a chance to connect with the Heat on the court, sometimes little moments off the court can be even more impactful. For one South Florida teenager battling Hodgkin's lymphoma, his high school graduation day this summer became even more memorable thanks to his favorite Miami Heat player.
Today I'm here to surprise a young man that accomplished a lot in his life, Devin, and I'm here to just show the support and just show that he cares about him. How you doing, man?
Good, and you? It's really one of the biggest days in my life, and then to have one of my favorite players right here makes it even more special.
It means the world to me for them to put this together in such an short notice.
Just keep fighting and, just stay positive.
I will say first and foremost that the Miami Heat is directly involved with the kids, and what they're doing is just so very, very exciting.
It inspires them to be better and to move forward and to not give up.
I mean, it gives me hope that, if they could do it, I could do it too.
And that's so exciting to be an NBA player, and that's just awesome. That's one really cool thing about this camp.
Whenever you have Heat players and have such busy schedules, it's cool that they actually take time for their fans.
It just reaches into every aspect of our Heat family as we reach out to our community. I tell people all the time, basketball is our business, but Miami is our home. And what you always want to do is take care of your home.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Exactly half of an NBA season is spent on the road. But once the season ends, Miami Heat players often get right back on airplanes and do even more traveling, this time for fun. Whether it's a quick business trip in the U.S. or a vacation outside the country, most Heat players did take time away from Miami this summer. But the summer was especially meaningful and good for Chris Bosh, who learned how to play guitar and added to his acting resume. Blood clots may have prematurely ended his season last February, but it did not stop him from making the most of his summer.
I think it was great for Chris to have some normalcy. Again, whether it was taking the annual world tour, doing some TV appearances, getting more into technology. He needed all that. He needed a normal summer.
A normal summer for Chris Bosh means traveling with his family. This summer, the Bosh family world tour made stops in London, Paris, Germany, and Peru.
I've always been very fascinated with seeing different parts of the world.
He lives his life, and I think what he went through last February with those blood clots made him appreciate it a little more.
But Bosh wasn't the only one who went overseas.
I took a trip to Italy, was out there with us on for a little while. Just worked at camp.
We taught the kids different basketball drills, and I went to Rome and got to see the Coliseum, and it's a fun experience.
James Ennis flew all the way back to Australia. Remember, 2 years ago, he played professionally in Australia, led his team to the championship series. That meant something to him.
Ennis's success with the Perth Wildcats sparked his jump to the NBA. He reunited with them this summer and also hosted a basketball camp where he had great advice for the kids.
Never give up on your dream. Just keep working hard every day, put in the work, and you'll see the results at the end of the day.
He remembered to a degree what his basketball roots were.
Goran Dragic and Luol Deng also got back to their roots this summer. Dragic hosted his second annual basketball camp back home in Slovenia.
When I was a kid, nobody has these kind of camps there back home, so I want to be the first one to have and try to give something back.
He's very much somebody that has shined a very positive light on a country that most people probably don't know anything about it.
While Dragic put his country on the map, Luol Deng put his entire continent on the map by helping to bring the NBA Africa game to South Africa.
For the first time in NBA history, the league staging a game in Africa.
Luol Deng has a higher calling than basketball.
For those kids, it just shows them that anything is possible.
Another three.
Luol Deng, they're loving it in Ellis Park Arena.
For Dwayne Wade, traveling was an opportunity to expand his ever-growing business in China.
They take care of you out here in Li Ning world. Ni hao ma.
Not only are we trying to grow our brands, but we also trying to get to learn each other a little better so we know what our fans want.
Wade immersed himself in the Chinese culture this summer, continued his partnership with Li Ning.
Yeah, this is what we want, Wayne. This is what we want.
And launched a new business venture, Wade Wine.
It is awesome. This is what dreams are made of. Cheers.
Right now, we live in a global marketplace, and all of these guys are corporations of their own.
But Wade isn't the only brand on the Heat. Chris Birdman Anderson continued to make a name for himself when he made his acting debut in the HBO show Ballers.
I wasn't acting, okay? Look at the credits. Credits say Christopher C. Anderson. How they got my governmental name, I have no idea. But anyways, it says himself.
You realize if there's one role that Chris Anderson plays better than anyone, it's Birdman. It was really a hoot to see him in that.
Regardless of where and how the team spent their summer, there was one place everyone visited, the gym.
They know that winning teams are made in the summer.
These guys understand how important it is to stay in shape. There was a point in August when I just chronicled which Heat players were working on the court, and I think I was up to 13.
Just being on a court was a milestone for Chris Bosh.
Bosh working out the first time since the All-Star break.
Just trying to be the best player I can be.
Show and go. Good, get up.
It all starts here, what you gonna do when nobody's looking?
As summer was winding down, Bosh invited his Heat teammates to join him out in California.
We did a little hiking, but it was mostly just conversations, just getting a feel for everybody and just learning from each other.
I'm really excited about the upcoming season because we got a group of good guys and they really believe.
The Miami Heat enjoyed a busy and productive summer, bonding with new teammates, expanding their games in Summer League, giving back to the community and traveling to new places. But it's what you do in the offseason when no one's looking that helps good teams become great ones. And as the Heat has shown this summer, they're always readying themselves for the next challenge of the coming season. And now that they and you are recharged, it's time to enjoy the basketball in what should be a very entertaining and competitive season. Thank you for watching this episode of Inside the Heat. I'm Eric Reed.